solution of the Laplace equation, right? So next concept is right. So the next concept is numerical solution of the Laplace equation, right? And so here, what is Laplace equation? Dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0. Yes, dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0. This is a Laplace equation, right? Now we are going to find the solution of the Laplace equation, right? So that means that in second unit we have solved the wave equation by using the method of variable supplements, right? So it is not a numerical method, but whereas we are going to solve Laplace equation and heat equation. We have three: Laplace equation, wave equation, heat equation, right? So we already find the solution of the wave equation in chapter 2, but that is analytical method. So where separation of method, variables method, right? So but in our syllabus we have only heat equation and Laplace equation, right? That is the for finding the numerical solution of these two equations only we have, right? So this is the first we will discuss about the how to find the solution of the Laplace equation, right? So this is the general equation, okay? So we have the first. So first two. This is the solution is developed by using the concept of finite differences. The concept of finite differences. So that means that, listen, suppose this is the point I comma j. This is the point I comma j. This is the intersection point, right? So listen carefully, right? So this is the point I plus 1 comma j. So this is the x-axis. So there is a change in I and j is absent. Next one. So this is the point I plus 2 comma j and so on like this. So what is this point? I minus 1 comma j. Similarly, so what is this point and this point? Yes. So there is a rotation in j, right? So here I comma j minus 1. So what is this point? I plus 1. In x direction we have the distance I plus 1. Y direction we have the distance j. So this is the point, right? So next, what is this point? In x direction we have the distance I minus 1. In y direction we have the distance j plus 1. Right. Next. So what is this point? In x direction we have I minus 1. J direction we have j minus 1. Right? So what is this point? So in x direction we have I plus 1. So this is x. In y direction we have j minus 1. Right? So by combining these points, we will get a closed region. We will get a closed region. So from this picture, we have to develop the formulas, right? So this is a if it is a rectangle, that means that the length that is along in x direction we are taking h value, that is step length, right? Along y direction we are taking k. Suppose if h is equal to k, then it becomes square region. So, but మన problems కూడా both square region, rectangle రెండు ఉన్నాయి, right? So అంటే సో దీన్ని ఏమంటాం అంటే ఈ క్లోజ్ రీజన్ ని మెష్ అంటాం, right? సో ఈ పాయింట్స్ ని మెష్ పాయింట్స్ అంటాం, లేకపోతే లాప్లాస్ పాయింట్స్ అంటాం, గ్రిడ్ పాయింట్స్ అంటాం. వాటి మనకు అంత అవసరం లేదు, రైట్? సో మనకి ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ తెలుసుకోవాలి I కామా j అంటే ఏంటి. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ది స్టాండర్డ్ నోటేషన్, రైట్? సో అంటే మనం జనరల్ గా మనం ఎలా డినోట్ చేస్తాము, x అంటాము, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఇస్ x కామా y అయితే ఎలా డినోట్ చేస్తాము, ఇది x ప్లస్ h కామా y, అంతేనా? దిస్ ఇస్ x మైనస్ h కామా y. దీన్ని కోఆర్డినేట్ సిస్టమ్ అంటాం, దీన్ని ఇండెక్స్ ఫామ్ అంటాం, I కామా j అంటాం, ఇండెక్స్ అంటాం. సో ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ kj అంటే ఏంటి, j is equal to 0 1 2 అంటే k1 k2 k3 rotating అన్నమాట. సో index is rotating, right? So this is the representation of the graphical representation of the mesh points అన్నమాట, right? Or grid points అంటారు. So based on these మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే we have to develop the forward and backward differences formulas, right? So listen carefully. So ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నా అంటే మీకు క్విజ్ లో ఇంపార్టెంట్ అందుకు చెప్తున్నాను, right? So here the forward difference for ui comma j is equal to ux is equal to the forward difference formula is ui plus 1 comma j minus ui comma j by h, right? అంటే మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం ఏంటి fx కి ఫార్ములా చేసి ఏంటమ్మా f of x plus h comma y minus f of x comma y by general way. This is index form. So this is called forward difference. Forward difference formula. Forward difference formula for ux. So same, in the same way, this can be written in the backward difference. ux is equal to ui comma j, అంటే మనం డెల్టా డెల్ యూజ్ చేసాం కదా సేమ్ అలానే ui minus 1 comma j. So this is backward difference. This is backward difference. Same anamata. So this is the first derivative. Similarly, what is ui? ui తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. So in ux j is absent. That means that there is no change in y direction. So likewise in ui there is no change in x direction. What is that? ui comma j plus 1. This is the forward difference formula for uy. So here k, why? Because we are taking along y direction change. Similarly, the backward difference formula is, so both formulas are same, ui comma j minus 1y. Right? So these are the basic formulas, right? So by using, so in a similar manner, we are differentiating ux with respect to x, then we will get the uxx. Similarly, so ఒక్కటి uxx తెలిసింది అనుకోండి, సిమిలర్లీ యాజ్ యూజువల్ గా ఇప్పుడు చూడండి మీకు ఇది తెలుసు ux, ఇది బ్లైండ్ గా చెప్పేస్తాం. సో సేమ్ అదే విధంగా మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే uxx ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం. ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం? బై డిఫరెన్షియేటింగ్ ux విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు x. అంటే ఏమైతుంది ఇక్కడ uxx ఇలా మారిపోతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో మీరు ux వాల్యూని దీనిలో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే మనకి ఏమొస్తుందంటే uxx వస్తుంది. సో సిమిలర్లీ uyy వస్తుంది అన్నమాట, రైట్? సో ఆ మొత్తం వాల్యూస్ రీప్లేస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫైనల్లీ we will get one formula, right? One formula, that is ui comma j is equal to 1/4 into చూడండి ఇలా ఇది కదా. సో this is ui comma j, this is ui comma, so this is ui plus 1 comma j, so this is ui minus 1 comma j, right? So this is ui comma j plus 1, this is ui comma j plus 1. Therefore the formula is 1/4 into the succeeding values తీసుకోవాలి. ఏమవుతుందా? So we are calculating this value, right? So that is equal to 1/4 into ui minus 1 comma j plus ui plus 1 comma j plus ui comma j minus 1 plus ui comma j plus 1. What is the next one? ui comma j plus 1. So simple చూడండి. So here j is fixed, I is rotating, I minus 1 I plus 1. Here I is fixed, j is j minus 1 j plus 1. Simple formula. So this is called standard 5-point formula, SFPF formula. Standard 5-point formula. This is called standard 5-point formula. Why? Because 1 2 3 4 5 అంటే జనరల్ గా మనకి ఇలా ఉంటుంది 4 into అని, దీన్ని సింప్లిఫై చేసుకుంటే ఇలా వచ్చేస్తుంది, right? So this is called standard 5-point formula. This is called standard 5-point formula, right? So standard 5-point formula మనము ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ లో ఇటరేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ మొత్తము స్టాండర్డ్ 5-point ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేసి చేస్తాం అన్నమాట, రైట్? సో కాకపోతే మనం ఇనిషియల్ గెస్ వాల్యూస్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ రఫ్ వాల్యూస్. ఫర్ క్యాలిక్యులేటింగ్ ద రఫ్ వాల్యూస్ we are following two formulas. One is standard 5-point formula and another one is diagonal 5-point formula. So here this is the diagonal, right? So this is the diagonal. So what is this value? Just now I explained, ui plus 1 comma j plus 1, right? Very good. So this is ui minus 1 comma j plus 1, right? So this is ui minus 1 comma j minus 1. So this is ui plus 1 comma j minus 1. So in that situation, ui comma j is equal to 1 by 4 into please tell me the diagonal values. ui minus 1 comma j plus 1 plus ui minus 1 comma j minus 1 plus ui plus 1 comma j minus 1 plus ui plus 1 comma j plus 1. Right? So this is called diagonal 5-point formula. Right? If we are calculating the unknown value by using diagonals of a given square region, that is called a diagonal 5-point formula. If we use calculating the values by using the corresponding values, that is ఇది not so standard 5-point formula. So that is called standard 5-point formula. But in our problems, in our calculation of in our problems, we are using standard 5-point formula regularly, right? But in the calculation of any problem, So in the calculation of rough values, right? So first listen carefully. So here they are given the boundary values, right? U1, U2, U3. This is U4, U5, U6, U7, U8, U9. Right? So this is the boundary B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, right? B6, B7, B8, B9, B10, B11, B12, B13, B14, B15, B16. Right? So they are given the boundary values. What is our task? We have to calculate the interior values. So the interior values are U1, U2, U3, U4, U5, U6, U7, U8, U9. By using the boundaries. So for that reason, suppose, listen carefully. Suppose first I want to calculate U1 by using any of the formula. Right? Suppose if you use standard 5-point formula, then U1 is equal to 1 by 4 into B116. Next to U2. Next to B2. Next to U4. But in this formula, U1 there is U2 U4. So it is not applicable. It is not possible to calculate the value of U1 without knowing the values of U2, U4. So it is not possible case. So next, suppose if you use the diagonal 5-point formula, then what happened? So B1, U5, B3, B50. Yeah, you know the values of B1, B3, B50. But what about U5? U5 is unknown. So it is also not possible. So in that situation, what we have to do is we have to calculate the first value U5. We have to calculate U5 first. Right? First we have to calculate the value of U5. Why? Because if U5 is known, then it is very easy to calculate U1 by using DFU. Right? Suppose it is very difficult. Right? So first we have to find the only middlemost value. Here the middlemost value is U5. Then after that we will calculate the values of odd values. Then even values. So the odd values are calculated by using the standard 5-point formula, DFU. Odd values are calculated by using, I think, standard 5-point formula. Yes? Yes or no? Standard or DFU? Yes. Yes. So the odd values are calculated by using the DFF. And then we will calculate the even values. We will calculate the even values by using the SFU. So listen carefully. First we have to calculate U5. Right? First we have to calculate the value U5 by using SFF. Yes? Yes. By using SFF. Then odd values, what are odd values? U1, U3, U5 already calculated. U7 by using DFA. So the remaining values U2, U4, U6, right? U8 are calculated by using SFPF. By using the boundary values. Then we will get the rough values, total values up to U1 to U9. So right, once you know the value of, we know the R values, that is U1, U2 and so on, UN, then it is very easy to iterate that is for finding the iterative values. So then now onwards, after getting the rough values, then you will follow the only one formula, that is SFE. That is enough, right? So that is SFE. That formula is enough. So write on this picture. So write on the title is numerical solution of the Laplace equation. So write on this picture first of all. So write on that one. Okay, ma, are you understand or not? Okay? Is it okay? Right. So in our regular class, we are discussing very deeply this concept, right? So first write on the picture, right? So then after that, we will write the values of U1, U2 and so on, UN by using SFEF and DFEF. So everyone can formulas of last one, right? So Ui comma j is equal to ఇది కూడా ఈ పిక్చర్ కూడా. Suppose U1 calculate చేయాలంటే you just form this square region for U1. That means that U1 is created as the center. So we have the square region is this one. ఈ ఒక పార్ట్. సో మీది రిమైనింగ్ అంటే వదిలేసేయచ్చు మీరు. అవసరం లేదు. ఓకేనా? So this is SFEF formula, this is DFEF formula, right? So if you want to, then you can draw this picture also. Then you will get an idea. Clear idea how to find the SFEF values and how to find the DFEF values. So from the picture, right? Okay, ma, complete that? Yes? Complete or not?
Completed, sir.
Right. సో మీరు రాయకపోతే మాత్రం మీకు అండర్స్టాండ్ కాదు చెప్తున్నాను. మనం వన్స్ మనకు రాస్తేనే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే నీకు అర్థమవుతుంది ఏది డయాగ్నల్ ఎస్ఎఫ్ఈఎఫ్ అంటే ఏంటి, డిఎఫ్ఈఎఫ్ అంటే ఏంటి తెలియాలి మనకి, రైట్? సో ఎస్ఎఫ్ఈఎఫ్ మీన్స్ స్టాండర్డ్ 5 పాయింట్ ఫార్ములా, డిఎఫ్ఈఎఫ్ మీన్స్ డయాగ్నల్ 5 పాయింట్ ఫార్ములా, రైట్? సో ఇన్ డిఎఫ్ఈఎఫ్ we are taking diagonal values, in SFEF we are taking corresponding values, that is north to south, east to west. దాని గుర్తు పెట్టుకోవచ్చు, రైట్? So right now, so from this picture, right? So in the right. So right now, first we have to calculate First we have to calculate. First we have to calculate the middlemost value. First we have to calculate. First we have to calculate the middlemost value. The middlemost value. What is the value?
U5.
Middlemost value U5 by using SFEF. By using SFEF. By using SFEF. So we doubt also. So why we are using SFEF means, suppose if we are using DFEF, right? So this is the right. Okay, no problem. ఏదైనా యూజ్ చేయండి, ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ బౌండరీస్ తీసుకుంటాం, ఇది కానీ ఇది కానీ ఇది కానీ. సో ఏ బౌండరీస్ ఇస్తే అది తీసుకుంటాం, రైట్? సో బై యూజింగ్ SFEF, బై యూజింగ్ SFEF. నెక్స్ట్ therefore U5 is equal to 1 by 4 into, therefore U5 is equal to 1 by 4 into so U5 is equal to, right, SFEF. చూడండి, U5 ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే బౌండరీస్ తీసుకుంటాం. సో SFEF అంటే కరస్పాండింగ్ బౌండరీ ఇది, నెక్స్ట్ ఇది, తర్వాత ఇది, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఇస్ అప్లికబుల్ ఫర్ ఓన్లీ U5 మాత్రమే. ఓకే, సో 1 by 4 into what is the formula? B15 plus B7 plus B3 plus B11, right? So B3 plus B11, right? So this is for only U5, for calculation of U5. U5 is the middle most value. So ఎందుకంటే ఇలాంటి పాసిబిలిటీ, సపోజ్ ఇది ఒక A4 షీట్ అనుకో, అర్థమవుతుందా? A4 షీట్ ని ఇలా ఫోల్డ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ ఎడ్జెస్ టచ్ అవుతుంది, తర్వాత ఇలా ఫోల్డ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇది టచ్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ఇది సెంటర్ అయిపోతుంది అన్నమాట. అందుకని మనం ఇక్కడ ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే, దీనికి కరస్పాండింగ్ ఈ వాల్యూస్ తీసుకోకుండా దీని వాల్యూస్ ఎండింగ్ వాల్యూస్ తీసుకుంటాం, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఫర్ U5. నెక్స్ట్ calculate odd values. Calculate odd values by using DFEF. Calculate odd values by using DFEF, right? So what is the first odd value?
U1.
Yes, odd values, bracket lo DFEF, right? So first U1, that is equal to 1 by 4 into so this is U1, right? So for this U1 we have to use the diagonal 5-point formula, right? So you consider like this, right? What is the formula? 1 by 4 into B1 plus B3 plus U5
plus B15.
Yes, so that's it. Suppose if you used standard 5-point formula, then what happened? U1 is equal to 1 by 4 B16, U2 B2 U4. Here U2 and U4 are unknown values, so it is not possible to calculate the value of U1 by using SFEF, right? So for that reason, for calculating odd values here we are using diagonal 5-point formula. Next, what is the next value? U5, U3. So what is the formula? So this is U3, right? You consider like this. 1 by 4 into B3 plus B5 plus B7 plus U5 plus U5. Next, so U5 already calculated. You no need to calculate again, right? Next, what is the last value? U7. 1 by 4 into so this is U7, right? You consider like this. What is value? B15, U5, B13, B11. Yes, B13, B11. Is there any other odd values? I think U9 is there. U9 is U9. That is 1 by 4 into. So you consider like this. U5, B7, B11, B9. Right? So it is our choice. It is our choice. So ఇక్కడ మనం B1 ని పెట్టాలి ఈ అంత లేదు మన ఇష్టం ఎలా అయినా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. సో కాకపోతే ఒక రిప్రజెంటేషన్ కోసం అలా పెట్టుకున్నాం. Right? So you observe that. So in U1 we have the value U5. In U2, U3 we have the value U5. In U7 we have the value U5. In U9 we have the value U5. Why? Because U5 is the middlemost value. U5 is the middlemost value. So that's why it occurs in the all values. Right? Next, even values. Next, silently. Even values. Even values are always calculated by using SFEF only. SFEF. Right? That is standard five-point formula. So what is the first even value? U2. 1/4 into చెప్పండి. So U2 north to east to south to west. చెప్పండి.
B3 plus
No.
B2.
No, wait. U2. Right? So you just take the corresponding values. You don't go to the boundaries. Why? Because already you are evaluated the value U1. You are evaluated the value U3. U5, B5, B3. Then what is the problem? Okay. So for calculating even values, you don't need to take the boundaries. Why? Because already we have the interior values. U1 already calculated, right? So 1/2, 1/4 into what is the formula? U1 plus U3 plus B3 plus U5. These are all values we have. These are all values you have. Next. Okay, ma, are you understand or not? Right? Next, U4. 1/4 into, right? So listen carefully. So this is U4. So north to south to east to west. B15, U5, U1, U7. So you know the value of U1, you know the value of U7, right? So that's why first we are finding the odd values, right? Next, U6. That is equal to 1/4 into, so this is U6. So the corresponding values are U5 plus B7,
B7,
U3 plus U9. Right? So here also you know the value of U3, U5, U9. Next, U8, last one. That is equal to 1/4 into, right? So this is U8 now. Right? Yes. This is U8, right? So you take like this.
U7,
U7, U9,
U9,
U5, that's
B.
it. So these are the rough values. These are the rough values. Once you will get the rough values, then you will use the these rough values for all the for first iterative values for first iteration. Right? So in that situation, we have to use only SFEF formula. You no need to go to the DFEF formula. Why? Because you know all the values. In starting మనకి ఇంటీరియర్ వాల్యూస్ తెలియదు. So because of that, we are calculating the interior values, right, by using two formulas. So that's why these are called rough values. The rough values. So by using these rough values, we have to calculate the first iterative values. Right? So in that situation, you can directly start your iteration from U1. So from U1. So and also you use the SFEF only. So then DFEF use chesante mee ishtam. There is no restriction for that. You can use whether DFEF or SFEF. So, but it is very better to use SFEF. Why? Because we will get the results very soon in less number of iterations. Right? So for that reason, first iterative values U1, right? U1 is equal to SFEF B16, U2, B2, U4. Here U4 is the rough value, right? Next, U2 is the rough value. Already we have these values. Next, after U1, next U2 directly. Next U2 also SFEF U1, U3, B3, U4. Right? So ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ మనం U2 ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫ్రెష్ వాల్యూ ఏది వచ్చిందో అది రాయాలి. రైట్? మనం క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్ చేసినప్పుడు అండర్స్టాండ్ అవుతుంది. సో నెక్స్ట్ రాసేయండి. The above values are called rough values. 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 The above values are called rough values, right? The above values are called rough values, right? In the calculation of first iterative values, in the calculation of first iterative values, in the calculation of first iterative values, we have to use these rough values. 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 We have to use these rough values, and followed by SFEF formula only, and followed by SFEF formula. Underline this one. SFEF formula only, and followed by SFEF formula only. So that means that for first iteration, for second iteration, for the calculation of the all iterative values, we have to use the SFEF only. We have to use the SFEF only, right? So only for calculation of the rough values, we have to use the DFEF and SFEF formulas. ఎందుకు చెప్పాను మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎందుకంటే మనం డయాగ్నల్ యూజ్ చేయకుండా మామూలుగా నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ సౌత్ వెస్ట్ అది యూజ్ చేసాం అనుకుంటున్నాం. అప్పుడు ఏమైపోతుంది, అన్నోన్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో అన్నోన్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దట్ వాల్యూ. సో ఇన్ దట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ ది డయాగ్నల్ 5.5. సో అలాగే మనకు కరెస్పాండింగ్ మనకు అండర్స్టాండ్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట ప్రాబ్లం చూస్తే, రైట్? సో in the first iteration you can follow the SFEF formula only, right? That is the first iterative values are calculated by using SFEF formula only. For calculating the second iterative values, we have to consider only first iterative values and boundary values. So boundary values are fixed up to last, right? In the evolution of the second iterative values, you consider only first iterative values. In the evolution of the third iterative values, you consider only second iterative values and ignore the rough values and the first iterative values. In the evolution of first iterative values, you consider the rough values only, right? In the evolution of the second iterative values, you consider the first iterative values and ignore the rough values, right? So in the evolution of the third iterative values, you consider only second iterative values and ignore the first and rough values. So adana. So mari sir, when we stop the iteration process means ante so ఎప్పుడు స్టాప్ అయిపోతామంటే ఏ టూ వాల్యూస్ అన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఈక్వల్ కావాలి. దట్ మీన్స్ దట్ సపోజ్ సెకండ్ ఇటరేటివ్ లో u1 is equal to 7.8 వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. దట్ మీన్స్ దట్ u1 of 2 in second iterative if you get the value is same, not only u1, right? All values equal కావాలి. Then in that situation we have to stop the iteration process and we concluded that these are the required solutions of the given Laplace equation. These are the required solution of the given Laplace equation, right? So this is the working procedure for evaluating the interior values of the given square base, right? So here it is very clear. This is very fine. Why? Because here we have the middle most value u5, right? Suppose if the problem is like this, listen. Okay. Right. So B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, B10, B11, B12. Right. So in this picture, what is the middlemost value? What is the middlemost value?
No middle value.
Ma, in this picture, what is the middlemost value? What is the middlemost value?
It will not exist a middle value.
మిడిల్ మోస్ట్ వాల్యూ లేదు. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇక్కడ మిడిల్ మోస్ట్ వాల్యూ లేదు. ఇప్పుడు u3 తీసుకున్నాం అనుకో, u3 లాగానే u1 కూడా ఉంది కదా, అర్థమవుతుందా? మరి u4 లాగానే u2 కూడా ఉంది కదా. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఇది మిడిల్ గా ఉంది మధ్య, అర్థమవుతుందా? హియర్ దేర్ ఇస్ నో మిడిల్ మోస్ట్ వాల్యూ. సో ఇన్ దట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ మనం ఏం చేయాలన్నప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీకు ఇప్పుడు u1 క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ బౌండరీస్ ఈ ఎండ్ పాయింట్స్ తెలుసు అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు మీరు ఏం యూజ్ చేయాలంటే డిఎఫ్ఎఫ్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. అంటే ప్రాబ్లం ఇలా ఉంది 0 1 2 3 ఈ బౌండరీస్ మనకు తెలియదు అనుకోండి. సో ఇన్ ద క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ఆఫ్ u1 we have to use the DFF formula. Suppose if we know the corresponding boundary values, so in that situation we have to use the SFF formula. So అలా మనము based on the given boundaries మనం అక్కడ ఫార్ములాను బిల్డప్ చేసుకోవాలి. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో కానీ ఇక్కడ మాత్రం we have the middle most value. So in this situation first we have to calculate the middle most value u5. So based on that middle most value we have to evaluate the remaining values. Right? So this middle most value occurred in all the values. ఇక్కడ చూడండి మీరు u3 అన్నారు కదా, మీరు u3 అన్నప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ u1 తీసుకున్నాను, నేను డిఎఫ్ఎఫ్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నాను, ఇది వచ్చింది మళ్ళీ ఇది మిస్ అయిపోయింది కదా u3, రైట్? సో అది మిస్ అయిపోకూడదు మిడిల్ మోస్ట్ వాల్యూ. సో కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఎ మిడిల్ మోస్ట్ వాల్యూ. సో ఇన్ దట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ మీరు ఏదైనా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఎస్ఎఫ్ఎఫ్ కానీ డిఎఫ్ఎఫ్ కానీ యూజ్ చేసి ఫస్ట్ రఫ్ వాల్యూస్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాస్క్. Once you calculate the rough value, then it is very easy, right? So this is the working procedure. We will attempt one problem. Right? So write down the problem.